Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Our Gurus have given us an exact technology to understand the nature of life and how we as an individual fit into this life that we live. Sometimes we wonder, how is it that we exist and what is the meaning and the purpose of life? Guru Nanak Dev Ji, our founder of our Sikh faith, taught that a person can become liberated in this lifetime while they're still alive. And what is that liberation? That liberation is when we understand, very simply, that we're not human beings that come born onto this planet to have a spiritual experience. But Guru Nanak taught us that we're spiritual beings that are here living to experience this human life. And that when we can live this human life and walk the path of our Dharma, then we can find fulfillment. And everybody today wants fulfillment in life. And everyone wants happiness. And the truth and reality is that we have a birthright to be happy, to be prosperous and abundant. So why are we unhappy then? And what makes us unhappy? Our Gurus have taught us that that unhappiness comes through our lack of trust and understanding in the true way of life. The Sikh Dharma, the path of the seeker, is based on truth and the true word. And by meditating on the Nam, the name of God, to understand that we are part of a greater vibration of life. That is the simple technology of Sikh Dharma, that we are part of this life, that we were designated and designed to be here in this form that we take, and that we each have a destiny to live. But Guru says the choice is yours. You can make that choice to live and be unhappy and depressed and blame and complain, or to feel that you have that liberation in this life, to feel uplifted, and to feel that through no matter what happens in life, there's a way that we can make things work. That is the understanding of Sikh Dharma, that we can find in the truth of our own heart, through Nam Simran, the vibration of Vaheguru, Vaheguru, that we can find the peace and the happiness that we so much desire. And that takes that discipline. It takes that understanding that Guru has given us the banis, our hymns, to recite daily, to keep us uplifted in life. If we don't feel that upliftment, if we don't feel that we have a grander purpose to live by, then we become depressed. Guru's words are words to trust, and we know that Guru's words shall always be true. And that hukum, that reading every day, reminds us that we are part of a great and vast universe, and that when we vibrate Vaheguru, 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 that gives us that connection to the universe. And in that connection, we find happiness, fulfillment, and peace. The depth of our trust and our connection within our own hearts and mind and spirit is what gives us the strength of life. This strength of life is the stamina and the determination that we live. There's a trinity of understanding to live in the aspect of our body, our physical selves, and understand this physical form. Mentally, that we understand how our mind itself works, and not to become a slave to our mind, but learn to command our mind. And in the spiritual realm, that we understand the depth of our own infinity. And what is spirituality? Spirituality is when you accept that within yourself and the infinity of your being, the vastness of your consciousness, that you can understand the ebb and the flow of life. We have this physical form, we have this body, and we have to take care of our physical body. We drive cars and we change the oil regularly and we have maintenance on our cars, our vehicles. But do we take care of our own physical bodies as well? Are we eating properly? Are we exercising? This body system has to stay relaxed. Otherwise, we become stressed out, and that stress affects us physically. And that physical stress then brings upon ailments and discomfort. So one is that physically we have to learn and understand to maintain ourselves, to exercise. Mentally, that is the power of meditation. That is the power of Nam Simran. The meditative mind today will bring us the crystal clarity that we need in life. And each of us need that clarity in life. Today, this world moves very, very quickly. There's information and technology that comes through that is far beyond what we can even comprehend. Our children know more than we know. They have access to everything through the internet and through their communications with each other that we never had in my generation. This world is going very fast, and mentally, if we're not prepared to handle that influx of information, then what happens? We feel that we're overloaded. That's when we feel that stress in our mental self. And through that stress, then we become depressed in life. And what has Guru taught us? That we shouldn't be depressed in life, but that we should always be impressed with life. Be happy, be joyful, and live that true Chardi Kala. Live in that uplifted spirit. That is the way and the path of a Sikh, to understand the Chardi Kala, the uplifted spirit. We as Khalsa live in that understanding of that greatness of each of us to achieve that pure spiritual strength. And our spiritual strength comes through that devotion. So we have the physical body, the mental self, and the spiritual strength. That spiritual strength comes through our devotion. And what is devotion? Devotion is nothing more than a divine ocean. It's vast, beyond self. Our teachings teach us that we live without limit, beyond our limit, that we can see into the vastness of superconsciousness. That is the power of Guru. The word Guru itself is two sounds, Gur and Ru. Guru means that which takes us from a place of unknown, a darkness perhaps, to that place of light. If we walk into a room and it's dark, what do? We switch that switch and it brings light, and then we can see. And Guru is that same technology. That Guru, through the vibration of the Nam, through meditation, through reading Bani, our hymns, through vibrating the Naad, the Guru Shabad, the Shabad Guru, that through that technology of sound vibration, it changes us. It brings us into a balance of body, mind, and spirit. Vaheguru is the balance. And what is Vaheguru? Vaheguru is the wonder of all, the wonder of life. Vahe means that which is wonder. And when we see through those eyes to the wonder of life, to the wonder of all existence, then everything becomes clear to us. In the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib is said that we should be able to know the unknown, be able to see the unseen, and that is called intuition. And Nam Simran gives us that intuitive consciousness, that we understand things before it even happens. And that simple technology is just a feeling. Because Gurbani itself and the power of Gurmukhi, the language of the Gurus, creates through its sound vibration, we call that Shabad Guru, is a quantum technology that opens up within ourselves, in the caverns of our mind, in the lobes of our brain. It opens up channels that otherwise we don't experience through the sound vibration. It's an extremely scientific understanding, and it works. And that gives us the insight through our intuitive mind to understand the ebb and the flow of life. If we don't flow in this life, then we won't feel the balance of life. That's why mentally we have to be prepared through our meditation, physically to stay relaxed so that the circulatory system of our body is strong, and that wards off any kind of disease. And that our spiritual strength lies in our devotion. Simple understanding. And these are the understandings that our Gurus have brought to us to live a strong and healthy life. That strong and healthy life, that upliftment that we have, will always take us to a beautiful place within. Guru Nanak taught that God isn't outside of us, and that we have to reach outside to find that God. but that in each of us lives that God. Within every heart is the light of God. And we want to look into our own hearts, to open our hearts, so that we can accept everything within our lives. And that is the seva of a Khalsa. That seva is to accept within ourselves all that we are, and that seva is to give to others, to share that service. And through that seva, we will always find happiness. It is my understanding that Guru has given us the exact technology to live and to prosper in this life. And that is that spiritual strength that we uphold. If we don't feel that spiritual strength, if we don't feel relaxed in our body, and we don't meditate daily, repeat God's name, Nam Simran, then we won't find a way to exist in peace and happiness. My belief is that through a relaxed body, through our meditation, and as we walk on this spiritual pathway, that we can find that true enlightenment and enjoy it in this lifetime. That's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji taught to us. Enjoy this life, prosper through it, be successful, but remember that when we leave this physical body, that nothing will go with us. We come into this life very innocent, and we leave in that same innocence. In Gurbani, we're given the exact science of that understanding. Pavan Guru, Panipita, Matta Dharta Mahata, Divasaragadu, Daya Daya, Kele Sagadajikata, Changyaya Briyaya, Vajje Dharmadur, Karmi Apo Apani, Kenera Kedur, Jinni Namadiyaya, Gay Mashakatagal, Nanakate, Mukha Ujale, Keti Shuti Na. Pavan Guru, Panipita, Matta Dharta Mahata. Pavan Guru. Pavan means that breath that we take. In every breath that we take lives what we call pran, or pranic energy. And that is the life force of every human being. But we aren't in touch with our breathing. If our breath is very shallow, it's said that we live a shallow life. But when we feel that breath and the rhythm of our breath, when we read Gurbani, when we chant Vaheguru, 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 Satanam, it creates a natural breath rhythm within us. And that pavan, that breath, brings us that pran, that energy, that sustains us in life. Pani Pitta, Pani means water, Pitta is the Father. And what happens without water if we don't drink that water? We can't live. And Father is the strength of life. Father is that which gives that security. Just as that Nishan Sahib, we see flies in every Gurdwara, and it doesn't waver. That is the strength of the Father. Matta Dharta Mahata, that this mother is the giver of life, and this Mother Earth sustains each of us. And to honor that earth. So there is the Trinity, Pavan Guru, Panipitta, Matta Dharta Mahata. A simple understanding to understand and be grateful for all that we have in life. And then Gurbani goes on that this whole world plays in that balance of night and day. It said in that nurse's lap of night and day. And each of us, as we do here, shall be known. That we're chosen in this life, and our choices in this life are to live in the domain of God and Guru. And through those choices, to feel the essence of God in every breath that we take. Jinni Namadiyaya, Gema Shakatagal, Nanakate, Mukha Ujale, Keti Shutinal. That those who put in their time, their effort, those who give their balance, Dhyaya means that essence of that meditative mind, to those who have that balance, that they become very radiant. Smiling are their faces, very radiant. And many others are carried across with them. Here's a very simple truth that Guru has given to us. That if we understand that rhythm and that trinity of life, and we walk in the path of our true heart, when we vibrate the name of God, that what we shall receive is that beauty of life and that radiance and healthy, to feel that healthiness, to feel the comforts of life, and to have the consciousness of that seva through our meditation to help others through as well. That is a simple principle to live by. And those are the true Guru's words to carry into our hearts. But sometimes we question that within ourselves, if it's true, because we're not feeling the essence of that truth. That's why every day when we meditate, every day when we read our Banis, it gives us that remembrance, reminds us that we're part of a vast universe and that our consciousness can reflect to that universe and we can feel the strength and the glory of life. Otherwise, what happens to us? We feel lost. And sometimes I wonder, I look at our Sanghats, our communities, our congregations, and I wonder, why should any one of us be lost? We have the truth in front of us. We have our guide, our Guru, to guide us in this path of life. And we have a science and a technology that continuously can help a person become strong, to understand the essence of life, to trust within their own selves, and to feel God in every breath. That is a simple technology. That is that Bhavan Guru. That we feel God with every breath that we take. Just imagine that within yourself, to feel the light of God in every breath. And how would that change you? And with every breath that we take, to vibrate Vaheguru will give us the upliftment, will give us the balance of life. We have to flow in this life. When that flow is interrupted, that is when that karma, that is when we fall into the trap of illusion of Maya. Guru says, live that truth, vibrate in that truth. Jinni nama dhyaya. Get deep into that meditative mind. And then the miracle of life shall be yours. That is what Guru promises us. The key is to maintain in your life a balance. Balance is so important today as this world is moving so fast. And balance comes through the meditative mind. Balance comes through the vibration of Nam Simran, so that we can then feel the flow of life. There's two flows. There's the flow of the universe, and there's our individual flow. Guru's teachings are here to bridge that gap so that we can feel that universal flow and we can feel that internal flow within us. And that gives us the balance. That is what we call God. What is God? G-O-D. Generates, organizes, and delivers. And that's the consciousness of every Khalsa. That generating, organizing, and delivering. That is the true path that we try to walk on in this life. And every day we face a challenge. But what is life? Life is a test. Life is a trial. To what end? So that we can triumph. We can win it. And that is the strength of a Sikh, to win this life through consciousness, through conscious actions, through hard work, through giving to others, and to understand the power of Vaheguru. At Insight into Sikhism, we need your support so that we can continue to air our programs. It is my prayer for you to understand in your own heart the gift that you have, and especially for our children, our future generations, that they can carry forward this legacy of truth to help to create a world of peace where all people, regardless of color, of gender, of preference, of caste, creed, faith, or belief, can be accepted. In this earth, we have to accept everyone. And in God's eyes, we know that everyone has been created equal. And Guru has taught us to accept everyone. And that acceptance means also accept yourself, understand yourself. Through that self-understanding comes the greatness of life. And what is understanding is two words. To understand is what? To stand under and give support. That is how we live this life, so that each and every one of us can find that peace and harmony. That's all we want in life, is peace and harmony. So let us live to that Jerdikala, to that uplifted spirit. Find the truth in our hearts and bless everyone that we meet. That is the power within us, and that is the true power of Vaheguru. Light to all, love to all, and peace to all. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Kavla